speech demo, putting me to shame before I even get to say my word. Thanks. When I first found out my big sister was getting married, my first thoughts were, yes, I'm finally going to be a bridesmaid. Sheena never actually asked me if I ever wanted to be a bridesmaid. It was just a silent agreement we always had, which never needed discussion. And I guess that pretty much sums up the relationship that Sheena and I have. Since we were young, Sheena and I have always been very close. We'd often be seen holding hands and looking out for each other. I was her Bubby and she was my Bubs. But once Sheena became a teenager, she decided she no longer wanted a little sister and began telling everyone I was adopted. She told people that my real mother had a very undesirable occupation at King's Cross, which is how I was born. It was all fun and jokes to everyone else, but the more I heard the story, the more I began to worry. It got so bad that Mum had to actually get my birth certificate out to prove that what she was saying was a lie. That was just one of many things that Sheena told me as a youngster. Now, as you can imagine, being a sister to Sheena is not an easy life. However, it does have its perks. For instance, whilst I was at school, I could always rely on Sheena to forge a note for me. If I was ever going to be late or didn't feel like going. She did Mum's signature better than Mum did it. She is also great to shop with and most importantly to party with, except when she gets too drunk and suddenly I'm the older sister looking after her. Got me a pub? Yeah. Sheena was always there to lead the way for me. She taught me how to play netball and later her and I coached together. She taught me about boys and girly stuff, but most importantly, she taught me how to climb out of our bedroom window if there was a party on that Mum and Dad would let us go to. And then along came Chad. Never before have I met a more Aussie, beer-drinking, cricket-loving bogan like Chad. And that's a big statement considering he used to live in Cornell. The first words Chad ever spoke to me were, "Hey, go on." But over the years I've realised, no matter how Aussie Chad is, once he gets in front of all of our family, he suddenly has a Kiwi accent and starts calling everyone cousin bro. I have shared many fun times with Chad and he certainly is a hoot to have around. Finally I have a big brother I can wrestle with who weighs the same as me. Someone else in the family who can compete with my blonde comments, although I do I still hold the title. Chad is great for a drink and a laugh, and also what our family calls a Chad story, which is a story that has no punchline. Chad is famous for those. I've seen Sheena with other boyfriends, but never as happy and in love as she is now. I can honestly say of all the years they've been together, I've never seen them have a serious fight. Their only fights would consist of Chad going out and drinking on a work night. And I'll admit there have been times when I've been standing right next to him, drink in hand, and giggling at the abusive calls coming from Sheena. I remember a couple of years ago, whilst we were at the big day out, Chad wouldn't stop calling me his little sister and kept telling me he couldn't wait to marry Sheena. And here we are today. I wish the both of you all the best for the future and look forward to sharing many more memorable and fun moments with the two of you. To my big sister, I'm so proud to stand here today in front of everyone to celebrate your love for Chad. And to my new big brother, welcome to the family. True love is finding a guy who calls you beautiful instead of hot, who calls you back when you hang up on him, who will lie under the stars and listen to your heartbeat or will stay awake just to watch you sleep. Wait for the boy who kisses your forehead, who wants to show you off to the world when you're in your daggiest clothes, who holds your hand in front of his friends, who thinks you're just as pretty without makeup on, the one who's constantly reminding you of how much he cares and how lucky he is to have you. True love is when you can't fall asleep because reality is better than your dreams. Thank you.